back. You're with us on Overdrive. Italian two-wheel manufacturer VLF has launched in the country with its electric scooter called the Tennis. It has launched at 1.30 lakh rupees and offers a riding range of 130 kilometers. But can it take the fight to the big guns? Let's find out.
We just recently saw two new two-wheeler brands being introduced into India under the Motorhouse umbrella, which is a venture from KAW or Kolhapur Auto Works Veloce Motors Limited. The first being Brixton Motorcycles, who have 4 bikes for us out here in India. Basically 2 variations of 2 different motorcycles, one being the 500cc twin-cylinder Crossfire and 2 variations of the 1200 Cromwell. And finally, we have one electric scooter from VLF, which is the Tennis 1500W. It is VLF stands for Velocifero. It is an Italian brand, whereas Brixton is an Austrian-based manufacturer. Starting off with the design, now there's no denying that the VLF Tennis 1500W is a good-looking scooter. And what sets it apart from the other e-scooters available in the country is its compact design and lightweight construction. The scooter comes with some sleek and suave plastic panels all over, which make it come across as a very attractive scooter, and it even has some guards mounted on the sides of its front apron. The lighting elements definitely give it a very futuristic look at the front and the rear. In terms of design, the scooter is very minimalist and quite easy on the eye, in fact. And in terms of fit and finish, it does quite well too. But in terms of features, well, that is one area where people are going to find fault with this particular machine. Yes, the Tennis comes with a detachable 2.5 kWh battery that promises 130 km of claimed range, a charger that can top up the scooter from 0 to 100% SOC in 3 hours, and a 2.1 kW hub-mounted motor, which is great. You even have some useful features like keyless ignition and a TFT screen with Bluetooth connectivity and 3 ride modes, which are Eco, City and Sport. But that's about it. There's nothing more beyond that. There's no turn-by-turn navigation, music controls, document storage, or even a reverse function on there. In terms of weight, the Tennis tips the weighing scales at a mere 88 kgs, and it features a unique rear suspension setup as well. Now, something unique about this electric scooter has to be that double-sided aluminum swing arm and the cantilever monoshock suspension unit at the back. Unique, yes, but the suspension setup is quite stiff. So the older you are, the more the chances are that you won't quite fancy the ride quality with this machine. The Tennis has 12-inch wheels at both ends and it feels extremely light to maneuver. The 780mm seat height enhances accessibility, while ground clearance is at 140mm. Yes, there are a couple of odd bits about the scooter as well. For one, as soon as you turn the ignition on and press the brake, the scooter is ready to accelerate away, which can be a bit dangerous if you're not careful. There's no way to kill the motor with the scooter on post that. Second is the fact that inconsiderate of whichever ride mode you're in, when you're rolling off the throttle, the Tennis just coasts ahead with practically no regenerative braking force to be felt, which definitely felt odd. Third, the colored interface is rather simplistic, which is alright, but you just have 2 screens to toggle between, and the second screen layout is that of a blue screen with simple text in white that reads out some vehicle data and reset functions. And this is very reminiscent of the old school Microsoft DOS interface, which is definitely a bit strange. Yes, so in terms of riding posture and ergonomics, everything is pretty much straightforward. Upright, nice and narrow, the handlebar, it feels like it at least. It's quite flat as well and quite minimalistic feeling wise. Seating posture, yes, you're seated rather upright, which is alright. Quite comfortable on the go, as we found out on the short stint with the scooter. But one thing that I found to be lacking is the amount of seating space that you have, because my cameraman and me, well, we didn't really manage to fit on this particular scooter. Both of us are pretty tall. I'm 5'9", he's around 5'7". So yeah, not a lot of space. The taller you are, the more you're going to struggle to really be comfortable on the scooter. And also, something the scooter seems to be lacking, although it has a hub-mounted motor, you'd think that there would be enough space under the seat. Let me just show you. Well, that's the amount of space that you have to work with, because that is the 2.5 kWh battery. It is detachable, as you can see, but not a lot of storage space to work with. I'm not too sure whether half-face helmet is going to fit in there. So yeah, that is going to be one drawback of this particular scooter, the amount of space that you have. Although it may look really nice in terms of functionality, it does take a step back in terms of storage space and seating space as well. The Tennis is essentially a lightweight urban commuter electric that's aiming high. At its current pricing, it will come at a premium above popular models like the Chetak, the iQube, the V1, and the Rista. And the reason for it being so expensive is due to the fact that although the Tennis is designed in Italy and being assembled in India, Motorhouse is sourcing its parts, well, most of them, barring the tires, the battery, and the charger, from China. So the scooter can't avail of any government subsidies. And that obviously comes as a major downer for any prospective buyer. Most importantly, what you'll have to look out for is the sales and service network of the Motorhouse brand, because currently they are just going to set up shop as far as sales and service is concerned in Bangalore, which is going to be their first outlet, and they have a pretty elaborate plan, but let's see how that pans out. So yes, that is something that you'll have to really consider if you plan on picking up any of these Motorhouse brands from Brixton or VLF.
Well, we run out of time on this week's edition of Overdrive, but remember, you can stay in touch with the team through our various social media platforms, and you can write to us on YouTube as well. We'll see you next week. Until then, drive and ride safe.